Today we're going to be making a potato bake. It's also known as a potato dauphinoise, if I think I'm saying it right. We're going to be doing the preparation outside. It's such a nice, lovely sunny day today, so it'd be a waste not to do that. We're still going to bake it in the oven, so let's get stuck in. We have some peeled Maris Piper potatoes that we're slicing up on a mandolin. About 3 millimeters thick. I find that's our ideal thickness. They're too thin, they tend to break apart, so they still stay intact while they're in the dish. It's quite a sharp instrument, so be careful with your fingers that you don't cut them. You could use a knife as well, but at least this gives you an even thickness for every slice that you cut. So it is worth using it. Next we're just going to mince up our garlic. This goes into the cream mixture a bit later. And that's pretty much all your chopping preparation you have to do. And then into some pre-boiled water. You notice the water is not on a rolling boil, just like on a simmer, because if it is, then it's going to do, it's going to break the potatoes apart. This is just a very short process. A few minutes, in between every 2-3 minutes, just check and see the potatoes. You don't want them to be by no means cooked. They've just got to be sort of pre-cooked, so it reduces your baking time. That's the whole point of doing that as well. And then there are cheeses as well. I've got 2 cheeses there. There's Parmesan and Red Leicester. You could use anything really. They all complement each other. You could use cheddar and something else. These are the 2 I had in the fridge, so that's what I'm using. And then just every now and again stir the potatoes to make sure they're not sticking together. You don't want them clumping together, because if they are, you're going to find it difficult to lay the dish. You want individual pieces. And then just in with the garlic into our double cream mix there. But basically, it needs to be mixed in together so that you don't have any clumps of garlic. You want it to just be even throughout, so you get consistent flavor throughout the dish. Now that the potatoes are ready, you can put them out onto a flat surface, or a tray in this case. Just move them around and about so they can cool. You won't be able to assemble the dish if the potatoes are too hot, so it will burn your fingers. And then just any size dish you want, a baking dish that can go in the oven, just grease it off with some butter, just to make sure nothing sticks. And then you start by just layering your potatoes, overlapping them slightly, and going along, try and not leave any gaps, so that you have like a full layer. And then we're just going to build different layers as we go along. So this is the first one, and it's just really a repeat process of what we're doing now. So once you've got to put the potatoes in, you start with the other ingredients. And I also do season for each layer separately as well. I find if you just season towards the end or in the beginning, you just don't get the seasoning through, and it tastes quite bland. So you just put a bit of salt and pepper on each layer, and that really makes a big difference. So we'll do that next before we put the cream and the cheese. You can see not a lot, just a slight bit, because every layer is going to have the seasoning on, so that if you do it too heavily, then you're going to have a very salty dish, which you don't want. And next with your cream and garlic mixture. Again, this is going to melt and sort of fill the whole dish, and probably be absorbed by the potato slightly as well, so it's not going to be uneven when it cooks. You just need to have the same amount through each layer so that it's even. And then last is our cheese for this layer too, again to evenly spread out, so that you get a bit on every piece, because you essentially cut this up into blocks. I'm not going to show you the process again, but I'll put everything on, and then this is just the last bit of cheese you need to reserve so that you can have some for the top, so they can crisp up in the oven. And in an oven at 180 degrees. And then 40 minutes later, you have a baked potato bake. Nice crispy top, lovely cheesy and creamy. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.